Hi, my name is Jonah Castro. I'm a publisher here in North Jersey. I publish 14 community newspapers that are mailed out monthly to all different markets. During the pandemic, like all of us, we had to come up with some creative ideas and ways to earn some money. So with that, I had always thought about doing some sort of online publications, but I never had a big enough audience to distribute that to. So back in March, a year ago now, I started an online community newspaper, quote unquote, more like a newsletter type of a email blast that I could send out to opt-in email addresses. Given the fact that I only had about 3,000 or 4,000 opt-in emails of my own, I went to a different company to buy the opt-in email addresses. And it's really important when you do that you use a company that's reputable and those opt-in email addresses are clean and always updated, because people are changing their emails or opting out and in at different times. And if you're dealing with a really good company, those numbers will be accurate. So what you see here on the screen is one of my publications that came out this week. We do them in zones like we do our newspaper. And as you can see through here, it runs with ads. It runs with editorial. Now, a lot of this editorial comes from our organizations and people that send it to us, but we also use a lot of free material that you can get online. And there's many companies out there that offer free services for you to get copy from that you can add in here. As you see, all of these are for free services. But they intertwine with the ads. It's very important because of the fact that you want people to read and not just view the ads. So this is what the newspaper looks like. I link every one of their names to their website if they have a website, and then their ads actually link to their ads. In full disclosure, I own a company called Cooler Ads, which allows you to put your newspaper display ads up on your website. And by doing that, it allows me to track them and see what's going on. So each of these ads are clicked to the ads so people can view them as your readers. So this is what it looks like to your readers when you get the actual email that came in my inbox this morning when it went out around 6 o'clock this morning. How I start is I use a company, again, called Site Impact. There's other ones out there. You go in here like anything. You can put in your zip codes, and you have it for consumer and business. And by doing that, you have options if you want to find out age restrictions, children, all of that. But I do it just like I do my newspapers. We do it by saturation. So I will take all the zip codes in this one particular area, and it has a 70,000 opt-in email count. So that tells me this is one of my zones, and I do that for other zones. And I set up on my rate card now, since it's been a year, a fully opt-in email newspaper that we put out weekly when I do not have one that goes out in the mail. So this is set up on my rate card, and I set it up in multiple zones. This way it's not too expensive, and I try and keep the cost fairly low on these. So how I begin is I use another company called iContact, which is similar to Constant Contact. This allows me to go in and manipulate and set up these pages as you see here and move things around, add my editorial from my websites. All these articles appear on my website, and I just link them to that. So when you click on this, for instance, when I go back to here and I click on one of these articles that are here to read more, it takes you over to the website. This way they're stored over there, and it doesn't have to have too much on this one page. I like to do it as little clips on here. So these are set up pretty nice, smooth. It's good to intertwine the editorial with this, because what happens when you look at this, most of the readers that are looking at this now are looking on mobile devices. So when you look at it from a mobile device, you want it to see ads, but you want some copy in between. So you want to make sure that they have some stuff to read in between the ads. Otherwise, it would just be a whole row of ads, and that would become quite boring. So once this is all set up, I take it from here, and I end up going back into Site Impact, their order management system. And through their process, we upload these the system through here to create the email that's going to be generated. And then I go in here and schedule it to go out for whatever day and time I want it to go out. And once it's done, it goes out. Just like I showed you back here, it'll go out to the readers and all your email addresses. Through here, I do upload all my own contacts. So I do have 4,000 emails in here, plus of my businesses and the people that registered for my newspaper. So they all get copies of this as well. Once it's all done, I can go in at the end of the week and I go to the campaign manager. And as you can see here, this will give me statistics. It'll tell me how many went out, how many views, how many clicks. These are the same issues, but one goes to residents, one goes to businesses. The click-through rates are very good. The average click-through rate is between 15 and 25% open rate. And we have 19.74 on this one. The businesses are always a little lower. And the click-through rate on here of 2.4 is slightly lower than the 2.5, but on average overall, over this time I've been doing it. It actually goes up and down, but it actually has been getting stronger. So they give you good numbers to work with. And I actually take these numbers and I send them to my advertisers each issue to let them know how many clicks that they are getting on their ads and how many views. And that's really important, because if you look through these here, you can see that this Dr. Brusco, this went to his website. So 16 people from this one paper went to look and 18 people viewed his ad. Now, this is just one of the many in here, obviously, because he runs in multiple papers. So when you add them all together and you look through here again, he might have had 18 in that one, but he had another 4 and 5 here from the businesses. So they start adding up quite a bit. And this is generally in his market. So when you look here, they even, could even be higher. There's another 18 and 19. So you're talking there's, in times there can be hundreds of people that are actually clicking and viewing on these ads. So we found a way to put it out. We go out and we sell these ads in conjunction with our newspaper. So when they run in print, I allow them to run, if they choose to, the remaining 3 weeks for the month. And I charge them anywhere from $50 to $75 per paper, depending on the ad and position. Obviously, it will be a little more money to be on top because you get more clicks up here. If they want to run online only, it's a premium charge. So the goal is to upsell them from the newspaper. And I've done that with all these people. These people have been running with me since last March online, but they also run in print. So it's a very lucrative business with the online paper. It's an idea that I've had for many years, but like all of us, we're forced to make some decisions due to the virus and changing environment. And this helped us tremendously financially, and it helps the advertisers because I actually have a way every week to send them statistics to show them that people are actually clicking on their ad and on their website. So if you'd like any more information on all these programs or how I did this, feel free to email me, joe@mylifepublications.com.